Is that a delay more than we usually have?
No, there's a new delay now.
Hi everybody, welcome to Here's Out. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Paul, and welcome to the Tourney. It's where we clash against films against each other, so that we can kind of judge them and they move on to like new rounds and everything.
It's a big old knockout for Oscar films. The best Oscar films since
2011.
Yes, for this decade, in honor of the upcoming 2019 Oscars.
And this video is the semi-finals in one of those clashes. If you haven't seen the round one videos, you could probably see them around us or in the descriptions down below.
And there.
So,
and that means, so round one's completed. So we've had 8 films, is now whittled down to 4 films.
Yep.
And the first clash, the first semi-final, is between... Would you like to reveal, Paul?
It is Argo versus
Birdman. I probably blew out everybody's headphones there, sorry. Yeah, so Birdman versus Argo, Argo versus Birdman. Since we've already, as you can see from watching the videos and the links in the description below, we have already discussed these films because Birdman had to overcome the artist.
Yeah.
And Argo had to overcome Moonlight. And they were relatively close fought things, but I think in the end there was a little bit of distance between the films more for me in the case of Argo and Moonlight, and maybe even...
I think Moonlight and Argo was the more interesting one because we both kind of agreed on the Birdman versus artist kind of one.
Yeah.
So the Moonlight Argo one was a little bit more interesting debate in the fact that you gave me enough to change my mind from the Moonlight decision, which was good.
So Argo really has to put up a fight now because it's almost representing 2 films, the one that it narrowly beat as well. So it's gotta stand its ground.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's up against something that easily, in some ways, brushed the artist aside, but not so easily in others because we really liked the artist, but we really liked Birdman.
Yeah. It was a tough kind of matchup, but especially since we were kind of surprised about it because the artist had a lot more
it's a lot more classic cinema in some ways.
Well, I meant, it's a lot more kind of in tone with Birdman than we had originally thought. It had a little bit more of a
a fighting chance than we were expecting.
Yeah, it was a little bit more scrappier than we thought it was going to be,
But on to tonight's clash. So, if we're going to work out how to do this in front of you, which we are, so observe our process laid bare, we're going to have to decide which of these films makes it through to the final. So that's not a small choice. It's the final now. This is not... we're trying to work out which is going forward in the tourney. This is a big place. It's going to be going up as the eventual winner or against the eventual winner.
Yeah, so it has to have a real good fighting chance between it, and also it has to have impressed us quite a bit more,
So there'll be no sympathy wins here. To try and work out which one we're going to pick, I think we should just lay our cards on the table. Well, with your permission, I think we should lay our cards on the table and say which of these films, just right now, right this instant before we talk about them, which would you want to go through? Which would you pick?
Birdman.
And I would also pick Birdman. And I think we both knew that. Which means when it comes to can Argo beat it, I think we really need to talk about why it's beating Argo or why Argo isn't up to scratch.
Yeah.
Or why Argo isn't, taking that first place.
It really is, yeah.
I think we'll be talking plenty about why Birdman is... We could talk all night about why Birdman is our choice, but maybe we should talk about why Argo isn't.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be probably best.
Yeah, I could have said that much shorter, but I thought, no, you all love hearing me speak and lose my train of thought and then find my train of thought and then find my ticket from my train of thought.
Have you ever seen one of those cartoons where it goes over, there's a train and there's a dip and then it just goes straight across?
Yeah, that was my mind.
Your train went down and the gully went back up. Yeah. I'm only messing.
So if I was to say what is Argo missing, particularly since I championed Argo in the Argo Moonlight battle, what's Argo missing that Birdman has? It's not so much that, it's what's Argo missing in general. It's missing that certain je ne sais quoi that makes it a timeless classic. I didn't watch Argo and think, this is an instant classic. I thought this is a great film. I really love it. It's really good. All the things that I've listed out that I like about it, I really still do. I think the acting's incredible. I love the story. I think it was done very, very well. But I didn't turn it off and go, right, that's an instant classic. I watched John Wick, thought instant classic. You watch Ghostbusters, you think instant classic.
Yeah.
A film doesn't have to be even Oscar worthy to be an instant classic. But watch Birdman and I thought instant classic.
Yeah.
That didn't happen for Argo. And why didn't it happen? It's not because it's not good. It's because it's not special. At this point in the competition, it doesn't have that extra last gear. It doesn't have the 100 years from now, it's not going to be a Citizen Kane. 100 years from now, we're not going to be talking about Argo as one of those films. Okay. Whereas I actually think Birdman stands a chance to be mentioned for quite a long time in the pantheon of great films in cinema, particularly when you're talking about the art of cinema. So I would like you to have a go at it now.
So Birdman wins. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye. No.
Yeah, short video.
That was a love letter to Birdman.
Yeah, I tried not to mention Birdman. I was trying to give out about Argo, but still.
No, I get your point. And some of the points that we mentioned before in the other video between Moonlight kind of come back up. It's a very consistently good movie.
Yeah.
But for me, there's no crescendo kind of thing. There's tension in there, but there's not. There's very good tension throughout the film in certain areas, but there's never kind of like, oh, this tension's a little bit more, kind of thing. So as I said, there's no crescendo. The tension's really good, but they kind of all level out. So yeah, it's one of those films that I will remember. There will be a point in time that in the future that I'll be like, oh man, I should probably watch that again.
Yeah,
but there's not a moment where I see it at Christmas or something where I'm just like, oh man, I love it when it comes on at Christmas.
It's really good, and I'll recommend it to lots of people.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's really good. It's a great film.
The Christmas test. If it came on at Christmas, would you?
Yeah, but it depends what's on the other channel.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be able to say that, should I? That's damning praise.
Because I also think that the Argo's not one of those classic Christmas films either,
No, it's like, hey, can we watch that wonderful Christmas film about the hostage situation in Iran circa 1980?
Hey, at least, if, 12 Years a Slave had the Christmas test of 12 Years of Slave.
I'm so glad that we don't have those words in the same video, except you just said them and now someone's going to chop it up and that's it.
The Christmas test
we're going to be all over Twitter. Hashtag it was him, not me. Hey. That's actually a hashtag that should exist. I'm tangenting for a second. Is there a hashtag? It was him, not me. Because it should be. That's got use everywhere.
I don't know. I don't know. So I think going a little bit deeper in kind of Argo and maybe because we don't want to tip our hand if we're going for Birdman, and I think it seems like we are. I don't think we want to tip our hand too much for the final.
No. But again, why we've both settled on Birdman, so it really is. Why have we both settled? We've just said, it's great for me. I think it's a great movie, and I really liked it. And it's not a special movie for you. You pointed out, crescendo. Not there. It's very high quality and holds a very high standard the whole way through, but doesn't have those lovely high fruity notes as wine people might say. Like
I can't pick out kind of like the moments within a film. Like there's always those moments within a film that you can pick out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you've got the first time that the Ghostbusters ever meet Slimer.
Right.
You've got and then in the second one the courtroom scene, and so like you've and like I know I'm playing a lot more Ghostbusters, but you got like the Porsche scene in Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
The dance,
like Ferrari.
Ferrari. Apologies, Mr. Carman here. And there's plenty of scenes, but in Argo,
and you haven't got one of those in Argo.
No, I can remember a lot of scenes from us and stuff like that.
Do you know what? I'm going to back Argo up on that one just to throw a few out there. Because there is the first time Ben Affleck heads into the trailer to see John Goodman, who at that point in the story is his Hollywood contact. So you haven't had exposure to Hollywood in the film yet.
Yeah.
They've been talked about, and he's like, we're going to try and make a fake movie. I know a guy. John Goodman's the makeup guy. When he goes into a trailer and says, explains the incredible plan to go in and save people under the cover of doing a movie, and John Goodman says, so you're You're going to come in here and pretend like you know everything and not really make anything and not actually contribute anything. You'll fit right in Hollywood.
I need you to help me make a fake movie.
So you want to come to Hollywood and act like a big shot without actually doing anything?
Yeah.
You'll fit right in.
I'd put that almost as a memorable scene. I think almost is maybe the problem with that.
Yeah.
I'm really trying for you, Argo, though. I really am, because I've freaking loved it. And the acting. Acting should save it, because it's awesome. But still, no, it doesn't save it.
See, the problem is that a lot of the categories that we would choose a good film by, like, story-wise, good scripting, the actors, like, lighting, soundtrack, every like, aspect, because these are the best picture films, it's kind of like, well, you have all them.
Oh, it's a brilliant second place.
Yeah, so it's
like it's a brilliant second place film. It's like it's 95% in all the categories.
Yeah,
95%. It's 100% in acting, maybe. But then it's. And I was about to say and I was going to name a football club, but I know that'll just end up getting us hate from people because I'm not into football, and I was just going to casually say something that would have got me killed by a load of people, so I'm not going to use that.
What is this football?
Yes. It is like watching Usain Bolt, the guy that finished second, still an incredible runner.
Feetball? Is that what it is?
No. Usain Bolt is not a feetball person.
The Argo thing. Yeah, it is. It's a fantastic watch. It just doesn't have that. It doesn't have that X factor.
It's second across the line. It's not the Olympic world record holder. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's what a compliment. You're a brilliant film, but you're just not the most brilliant film on this list.
Yeah. Like, I gotta say, because cinematography is really good in it. As you said, the probably the crowning achievement of this film is probably the setting. Yeah,
well, like I dig the story and the way they laid it out massively. Like I thought they laid it out nicely and played it off well, and it was stylized in a very unique and lovely way for me. But yeah, I take what you're saying. But would it be enough?
No, see, it's not really enough kind of thing. Yeah. But like, it's a good point towards the Argo film and stuff. But Birdman has the setting as well down.
Yeah,
like you feel like you're that. Like there's parts of the theater in Birdman that have memories now.
Yeah,
when there's a moment where Michael Keaton's character walks by a section, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's the.
Oh yeah,
he walks by the kitchen.
That's
and it doesn't even have not even that part with the drummer or anything like that. Just when he walks by, you're just like, oh yeah, that's the kitchen.
That's the kitchen, yeah. And you're right, because and this is going to sound funny for considering Argo is the only film on the entire list of 8 that is about geopolitics. But weirdly, Birdman built a world because it built a very small world, and you floated around through it with people, which. Now, I know that's not going to be Argo's thing because it's a much broader, canvas. But yeah, no, I think I get your point there. That's really good. So,
that's the kind of thing where we've got little kind of nice diamonds in Birdman that you're very much oh yeah, that's very, very good and stuff like that. Whereas Argo is it's one bigger diamond kind of thing, but it's not worth as much as the little better refined kind of moments within Birdman kind of thing.
There's nothing rough about it though. That's the thing. It's not lacking in quality anywhere. It's lacking in and again I said it in so many ways now. It's lacking the X factor to lift it above other films on this list. Like to give here we go. To take some of the films that have, and spoiler if you haven't seen the other videos.
By the way, at the start of this video, we have given you the link to the round one.
Yeah, so is it okay to bring them up?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. One of the films that didn't make it through was 12 Years a Slave.
Mm-hmm.
Would you think that Argo could be 12 Years a Slave?
No.
And it's for the same reasons. Would Argo be able to beat Spotlight?
Oh, no.
No. And again, for a lot of the same reasons. So it's not just that Birdman's beating it, it's that there's a few things on this list that would beat it for the very same reason. It's because Argo is very, very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great movie. It's just in company with special movies.
Yeah.
It doesn't transcend to that.
Would you think that the artist would beat it? Or would you think that'll be a closer match?
Oh God, that's a tough one.
Thanks, Popeye.
No, I think it was a bit more of Bill Murray and Caddyshack than thing. But yeah, you know what? That's a very good question that I think you should answer while I think about it. So look in there and tell them which you think it would.
See, I don't. It would have been close. I think it would have been closer for me because if you watch the Moonlight versus Argo moment, you would have noticed the fact that I was more Moonlight side, but kind of argued myself into choosing Argo after a while. So I think Moonlight. I think Artist would have a good run at it for me.
Yeah,
you know, because like the sound and everything like that. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. The use of sound and everything like that in
the artist is
very, very good. Now, once again, not saying that Argo doesn't use sound quite well. It's just that it's a fact. It's an element within Artist that.
And it's an element within Birdman that beat Artist that had that element too. So
yeah, as in, like with Birdman and the Artist, there was so much more depth to everything, and with Birdman and stuff, as we said in the other one. But with the Artist and Argo, I think it would have been the fact that their kind of like sixth sense of use of sound would have kicked me over the line.
I got you.
With Artist.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call us on it if that's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
You've all been watching us now, knowing that we're gonna pick Birdman and trying to give Argo a fair shake, which I think it really did get.
Well, you know, it's if you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. In fact, watch all of the 8 films that are on this. Even like you know, if you haven't watched as far as this or anything, you know, just.
And last warning, if you've been skipping around trying to avoid knowing what one and the other clashes, I think we're going to throw that up on screen now.
Yeah.
So you can see who won the other ties. So congratulations to Birdman, an awesome film and our first finalist. It's going to be exciting to see what goes to meet it on the other half of the draw, because on that other half of the draw is Shape of Water.
Yeah. Come at me.
Shape of Water and King's Speech. Well, King's Speech.
But, because that's the thing is, I'm
stop doing the hands thing.
It's going to be really interesting for the fact that Shape of Water, I was definitely fighting that corner, and I was fighting that corner hard.
Oh, you were,
because like, which I've gotten a lot.
I respect you for fighting that corner, man.
Little bit of flack from it, but I'm glad. I'm still not fucking.
You're not apologizing for nothing.
I'm not, but I'm also still pissed off at Golden Globes for not recognizing the Spotlight, the Spotlight for a little bit more. Now,
you think you're pissed off? I was back in Spotlight and I got screwed by the Golden Globes, not even knowing it was a film.
See, that's the thing as well. I didn't choose Shape of Water. I chose Shape of Water because I really liked it, but it was the Golden Globes that really kind of gave it the win.
Yeah, look,
just to kind of pass
it's there. And it's facing, and I promise you, next video, no more hands from me. Unless I'm actually signing what I'm saying, I'm going to stop doing that. It's up against The King's Speech, which is a phenomenal film. Mm-hmm. So I think we're in for a good fight next time round between your heart and my head.
Well, it'll be my heart, your head, and my head.
This is getting complicated because my heart hasn't been mentioned. And I feel it's being left out.
But your heart is with Birdman, isn't it?
My heart was with Spotlight. We're gonna go fight in a corner, turn off the camera, and then we'll probably record another video that you're gonna enjoy very much, where we'll fight in front of camera. Hopefully not. Put them up. Microphones. Yeah. So. Check it out. We've forgotten how to end videos. I just forgot how to end videos.
So so Birdman is one of those things. It's moved on, as we said. Mm-hmm. So which goes, if you want to watch any kind of other videos that we have, you know, maybe there's some links more in the description. We don't know yet. We're still trying to figure out formats. But this has been the Tourney.
I was gonna have to make you do it because you hadn't done one yet. I have been Patrick,
and I have been Paul,
and we have been Hear Us Out.
It's still weird.
Ending
it's still
is so
weird.
Odd. ASMR. ASMR. Just whisper it every time. ASMR.
ASMR.
Oh, I'm kind of getting it now that I'm hearing it in my headphones.